I came across this post a couple of days ago, and I am really wondering if this high value man discourse is getting men anywhere. Because from what I can see, it is just running women away, or it's just the red flags. We tell women these are red flag words. If they say these three words together, they are a red flag. So, why do men insist on using this? I don't know. Anyway, this was posted in the Am I Overreacting subreddit. She says, Am I overreacting? My boyfriend told me he wants me to keep up with my body because he is a high value man. They're both 35. She says, I moved into my boyfriend's house a week ago. So he's already started acting up and they moved in a week. She moved in a week ago. And I have discovered a dark side of his personality. He has been telling me what to wear, how to do my hair, not allowing me to go out by myself, and asking me to cut off my friends. We have been together for 6 months, and recently he said that I needed to stop eating dinner because he thinks that he has the right to be picky when it comes to women since he is a high value man. He makes decent money, he is not a millionaire. Nothing about my physique has changed since we started dating, so I don't understand why he is saying these things, knowing that he has always called me sexy, beautiful, etc. I work and pay my own bills, but he asked me to move into his apartment and live for free. I talked to my mother, and she says that I need to leave him because he is a dangerous psychopath. I just need to hear other people's opinions. By the way, I'm not fat. I'm a woman with an athletic build, 15 pounds over my normal BMI. She says, Edit, thank you everybody for the support. I have started looking for apartments and should be out within 2 weeks max. I am keeping this a secret and acting like I am happy with him to not raise suspicions. I was fooled by this man into thinking he will take care of me because he is more financially set, but this was a lure to have me trapped. I am strong and independent and will keep pushing forward. This is where Nemesis tagged me in, and I also saw this just scrolling. She says, I agree with your mother. This man is a complete red flag and you need to run. He's trying to control you by telling you he wants you to stop eating dinner and he wants you to move into his apartment and live for free. Moreover, he wants to isolate you from your friends and have you completely rely on him. This man is a complete red flag. As Bourbon Bougie would say, a man is not a plan and women should have their own money. You are not overreacting. I would treat this as a wake up call to get out of the relationship and to have my own space because if he is like this, if you're in the dating stage, imagine what would happen if you're married. I agree with the others. Do not give him a heads up that you're leaving. Move in silence. I hope everything goes well for you. Best of luck. So I do know that men mask, but this man allowed his mask to fall within a week, which is wild to me. He couldn't keep up appearances for a little bit longer to get her on the hook longer. And then within a week, he is trying to control how she eats, how she dresses, her friends, all of that at one time. Sometimes with men with their situation, how they trickle it in. They don't just come right out and be like, ugh, I'm controlling. Everything that he did in that first week says, you need to run. You need to run. Like he didn't even try to warm her up to it. He just came right out and started being controlling and showed that he is going to be abusive. There are no redeeming qualities with this person. And I'm glad that people told her to move in silence because if he would do this and be so bold and think that moving in meant that he gets to control that her dinner and like the fact that she can't go out with her friends anymore within a week, this man was going to try to baby trap her and keep her isolated. This is not a good person, not a good situation. Red Dora says, Your mother is correct. If he's this bad after living together a week, imagine how bad he could get. Run before he makes it even harder to, once he's ground down any confidence, self esteem, and self belief you currently have. Edit to add. A high value man is a term from the book of the top G, the top tater top. It's a horrible saying. However, a truly high value man will never vocalize that they're high value. They won't need to. It'll be obvious by the way they treat you and the way they carry themselves through life. Redley Snap says 1000% this. These are all red flags of abusive, controlling behavior. OP, I think that the fact that you're asking indicates that you know what you know to be true already, even if you don't want to believe it because you're holding on to whatever good times you proceed to have with this person. But take those rose colored glasses off and get the F out before it gets worse. This person says, edited to add, a reply to my comment is right. This is already abuse. Thanks to the comment pointing that out. I refer to it as red flags simply because these are warning signs of worse behavior to come, and it will most certainly get worse. And the crazy thing, it took 1 week. 1 week, but I'm glad that it only took 1 week because it didn't get a chance to completely destroy her financially, emotionally, physically, any of that. So I'm glad that it only took 1 week. So this was the person that says they aren't red flags, they are literal abuse and control. And to that, Redley Snap says, I suppose I say red flags because I fully expect it to get worse. This is early on. It's a warning of what's to come. However, the warning is that it's already abusive. You're absolutely right. No Cake says, is ripe for a frog in the boiling pot of water scenario. He gets worse and OP doesn't notice and gets stuck. Craft Codger says he will know about this post if you don't leave. So it's either him or your family and friends. You can't find a better person. You don't owe him anything. I'm sorry, you can find a better person. You don't owe him anything. KLG says he's worse than red flags. Usually they go slow once they get you to move in. I guess he is super high value that he doesn't even think he needs to pretend. Just demand control immediately. Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Like he's so high value, he doesn't even need to mask anymore. That's wild to me. Shark Boy says, I would say that abusive behavior is a red flag. East Time says, I suppose one could say OP is rather lucky in that the hopefully ex-boyfriend is speed running the abuse playbook and just showing his cards all at once. Usually, abusers like this chip away at your self-esteem over time while slowly closing in a net around you. They may take years to do it. OP, your mother is right. You need to move out and fast. His behavior will not get better and he will not change. You are at risk for physical abuse with him. As an aside, read Why Does He Do That for some great information about how abusive people ensnare their partners. That is a good book. Is a good book even if you're not in an abusive situation so that you may spot other abusive situations with your friends, your family members, whatever. It's a good book to read. Puzzle Headed News says, I wish my younger self could have read this. Bia at the bottom says, same, especially the part on running before he grinds down whatever confidence and self-esteem and self-belief you currently have. Then I think you asking indicates you already know what to do. Yes, she already knows what to do. We all know what to do. But the important thing is that we have a community. When you say something and you post all of these bullet points and people are like, no, get out, run. We're doing that all over the place. And I'm so happy for us because too many times in times past, we didn't have a whole community saying, that's wrong. That's abusive. That's dysfunctional. We didn't have this growing up. Many of us had to do so much trial and error. And it's amazing that many of us got away, still healthy and whole and had a chance to rebuild confidence or whatever, because a lot of people didn't get out. But these days, we have the opportunity to help younger people. And that's what I feel like these communities are doing. Anyways, let me know what you think. Like I said, this high value man stuff, if you hear these talking points, it like literally just run. These men are irredeemable. What the red pill manosphere has done to these men's brain is really jacking them up and is going to help keep them lonely. They deserve it. They deserve to remain in that crisis of loneliness because they are not trying to get themselves out of it. Anyways, join the conversation. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, comment, and share.